Yes, welcome to the Vanguard Show podcast. I think it's episode number 45, if my memory serves me correctly. But we have a very special guest, a young lady that we met in Sarasota. We just happened to say, hey, let's go down to Sarasota, Florida. And this young lady was sitting down there taking care of some business, and she was just this ray of sunshine. And we definitely are happy to have her. Her name is Joyce Ward, and she's the president and CEO of Juneteenth Music Entertainment. She's a recording artist. She's also a producer, songwriter, and for more information, go to juneteenthmusicentertainment.org. And certainly, Joyce will give us all the other information that you'll definitely want to hear. But she'll discuss her personal journey, the history of Juneteenth, its significance, and the song Wake Up America, and that wonderful merch just in time for Juneteenth. How are you, Miss Joy?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I know you're crisscrossing the continents, so you everywhere all at once. So, are you like I say, are you coming back and forth to the States or out?
Well, Juneteenth Music Entertainment, as songwriters, we believe that it is important for us to be international. We're back in the United States now, but we recorded Wake Up America, We Need Love 5 days ago in Punta Cana, which is in Dominican Republic. And that was quite a wonderful experience.
Oh, fantastic. And I see you have a wonderful shirt. Tell me more about the shirt.
Well, the shirt, Wake Up America, that was one of the things we wanted to put together is the t-shirts and hats. You can go right to our website and order if you like. But we're celebrating this year, not only the song Wake Up America, but we're celebrating 254 years of the banjo.
Wow.
The banjo came into the United States 254 years ago. So that is an accomplishment. That is a history and a legacy that we need to talk about, that we need to hold on to, and that we need to teach our children the richness of our music.
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of that, tell us about the significance, for those that don't know, for whatever reason, the significance of Juneteenth and why it should be commemorated and promoted to us. Explain that for me.
Well, Juneteenth is very close to my heart because even as the founder of Juneteenth Music Entertainment, the first thing I want to say is Juneteenth belongs to all of us. It is our history. It is a part of our legacy. One of the things I wanted to do when I tapped into Juneteenth is I wanted to go down to Galveston, Texas, which is actually the headquarters of Juneteenth. So if you really want to be educated of what is Juneteenth, why is it so important to understand Juneteenth, and why we should celebrate Juneteenth, then you must go to Galveston, Texas, because it was in Galveston, Texas, when the slaves were free 2 years after emancipation. So when I went down there, that's when all of the educational part happened for me. I felt as the founder of Juneteenth Music Entertainment, I needed to know that because our vision is very clear. Our music is based on the history of our people and of our legacy. And boy, do we have a legacy in the United States of America. Absolutely. But what's important is that we as a people must educate our children. It's interesting. A lot of people don't even know that Juneteenth is a federal holiday. They don't even know what Juneteenth is all about. But in order to know, you got to go and talk to your people, because we have people within our families, within our generations that was a part of that experience. So I think it's very important to not only celebrate Juneteenth, but even recognize Juneteenth as our Independence Day. I mean, we need to really get deep into our history and know who we are as a people. And we're great people, good people. So I find as a songwriter, we really want to steer our music more towards the history. Wake Up America came about for me because there's so much going on in America right now. I really don't like to tap too much into the political part. But when it comes down to the American people, especially our children, there's a lot going on and our children are quite confused. So I think we have a responsibility as adults and as a people to teach our people. We need to be pioneers and be teachers so that the children can ask those important questions. So Wake Up America came to my heart so deeply, and to say, come on, America, wake up, stop the racism, stop the mess, come together in love, because at the end of the day, my brother, we're all Americans. So
Right.
there's no need to think any other way.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so when I collaborate with different writers and musicians, that's our view. That's our point of view right there. Stick with the history, talk about the legacy, and put things in place where they need to be.
Okay, I was going to ask you too about your wonderful team, because you have an outstanding team. I love the Wake Up America video on YouTube. Tell us about the team and your vision for this theme.
Well, the team is still growing, but one of the gentlemen that's on the team, Jakari Depwell Hall, he's a very important part of the team because he's the one that actually edited the video, and he also collaborated with me as a songwriter on the song.
Okay.
So again, of course, we have our volunteers. We have a couple of board members on Juneteenth, which we are a 501c organization. We're a 501(c) organization. So we work really hard to give back to the community, but the most important is to educate the community. So that's what Wake Up America is all about, but we're excited. We got another song coming.
Okay.
This song came to me quite early in the morning, like all songs come. But this one is pretty much talking about the Black cowboy and the cowgirl. That is one of the history part that we really want to tap into right now.
Yeah.
And I'm in the writing right now about that, because see, for Juneteenth Music Entertainment, it's not all about just putting songs together quickly. What we do, we go into the archives, the historical archives, so that we can make sure that we're on point when it comes down to the history. So the Black cowboys and cowgirls, we're in study right now, all the way from Oklahoma to Colorado. I mean, there's a long history there going all the way back to the 1700s. Wow. So if you really want to talk about the Black cowboys and cowgirls, then you got to really tap into country. You got to tap into country. You got to tap into the blues, the jazz. It is all the same, but we got to put it back in perspective. And that's what we're working on. And that's what we're going to do.
Wow. I would love to ask you, what put you on this passion, this road to, recognize our past and the musical contribution you give? What put you on this passion?
That's a very interesting question, my brother, because I always, as a young girl, had the passion about history. But as an African-American woman, it's very important to know oneself.
Right.
You see, when you know oneself and you know where you're from, surely then you know where you're going. Right. So you got to have a passion, and you got to have a passion and a spirit of a pioneer. And that is not a position many people can take. But what I wanted to do, we're probably one of the greatest entertainers in the world. Oh, yes. But Juneteenth Music Entertainment, our vision is very clear. We know how powerful we are in business, but we need to understand the business side of the music industry as well. It's not all about telling stories, but you have to take care of the business side, making sure that you understand what royalties are, making sure you understand what copyrights are when you're writing your songs, making sure you understand the infrastructure of the music industry. So that's my passion, is to bring our history, to bring our legacy inside of this space. Right. Where we have been so exploited for so long, and tell the history of our people in a way where all Americans can understand what it is. Because at the end of the day, our music is our story, and it belongs to all of us. We have to be a type of people to open our minds and begin to think in a way where you're thinking more of humanity. We're in trouble right now. Yeah. We're in a lot of trouble right now, and our children are asking questions. So the only way that I will be able to tap in to get them to understand is all about the beat. It's
Mm,
all in the beat. You got
right.
30 seconds. Within
Mm,
that 30 seconds of creating that beat, if you could put some powerful words together, powerful stories together, then they are truly understand where you're coming from. And they're waiting for us to teach them. So that's where the passion is.
okay.
From generations to generations to come, it is our responsibility to teach our children not only the history, but the legacy of our people.
Wow, beautifully said. And please, we had a very passionate conversation about the banjo and how it is intertwined within the culture of our people. Please speak to that.
I tell you, my friend, that banjo touched my heart so deeply. When I went out to have a better understanding about the banjo and studied that the banjo actually came in from West Africa.
Yeah.
It came in from West Africa and went all the way down to the Caribbean islands and then up into America. When
Mm,
it hit America, it went more into the New Orleans area.
mhm,
There was a scholar that actually seen the banjo played by a Haitian man in
mm.
New Orleans in
Wow,
the
wow, wow,
1700s.
wow.
So it is so important to understand the history and put things back in place where they belong. And the banjo, it was a sound that came so deeply to my ear. I
Mm,
decided to take that sound and
mm,
let it be a part of the Wake Up America song.
mm,
When you listen to the song, you will find that there is not only a beautiful vibration to the song, but a frequency to say, hey, I heard this before.
mm.
It's a sound that I heard before. So I don't want to get too deep,
Okay,
but I
all
do
right.
want to say that we have to tap into what our ancestors are telling us.
Mm,
You
right,
see,
right on.
when you're honoring your ancestors and you're commemorating your ancestors, they will guide you in a way and teach you in the way of the direction you need to go. And I find as an African American woman, it is my responsibility as a songwriter to listen,
Hmm.
to learn, and to understand that the most important thing for us to do right now is put our history and our legacy into songs. Let it be stories so that our children could catch a hold to it and go, oh, I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know the banjo came in 254 years ago. So what I did, I put a jingle out there. If you go out to
Mhm.
Juneteenth Music Entertainment YouTube, you will actually see a jingle that I put together about the banjo. And that jingle is now 545 hits within
Mm.
5 days.
Awesome.
People
Awesome.
want to know.
Right.
And just like country, I ain't saying country music can't be shared with everybody. But
Mhm.
what I'm saying is, when you start looking at country music and start looking at all the greats,
Yeah.
from Linda Menzel to Charlie Pride
Mm.
to Ray Charles and so many more. There even a guy out there, his name was TikTok. TikTok was the one that taught Hank Aaron's, Hank Williams,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I remember him. Yeah, yeah. I
He
remember.
was the one,
Right.
but see, none of
Hmm.
that is taught. No one knows that history. So what we're doing as songwriters, we're bringing that all back. So I'm really excited about that country. You see,
Okay.
I feel like it's about that
Oh
time.
yes, yes, ma'am.
I
I
feel it's
love
about
it.
that time
Love it. Love it.
to
Love it.
tell those stories, the stories of our people and our ancestors, and make sure we put everything back in place.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Tell us a little bit about your personal history, how you grew up, and how you really came to be in terms of this genre you've entered.
Well, that's interesting. I always wanted to. I am originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. They call it Naptown,
Yes, I
from the
have a friend
Midwest.
there.
Yes, yes. And we actually have singers and
Brother, come out.
songwriters in our family, but it was always a passion for me. I really didn't know the direction to go. It was only in my later years that the songs really came a little bit heavier to my heart.
Mm.
But by trade, I am a master hair braider and wig designer.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
I always was interested in writing poetry and beautiful stories. And it was the first time in the last couple of years that I opened up my voice. It actually scared me because I didn't think that was there, you know what I mean? But
Right.
I'm glad it is.
Wow.
And so what I want to do is to be able to use it as a tool I want to use the voice as an educational tool.
Right.
So when people listen to it and they hear it, if they go out and listen to the Wake Up America, that's all raw right there. There's never been any type of voice training. I never went to school for singing or anything like that. I just find as an African American woman, I believe that God gives us these gifts and talents.
Absolutely.
So it's all about how we use those gifts and talents. And if you're using it in a positive way, He'll make sure the sound is so pleasing to people's ears where they want to listen not only to your voice, but also listen to your message.
Oh, outstanding. And I think it's Pablo Picasso who once said, our goal in life is to discover our gift. Our purpose in life is to give it away or share it. And you've truly found your gift, your passion, your calling. And I would like to make sure that the people know how to order merchandise from you.
Well, Juneteenth Music Entertainment is a nonprofit organization. So we have a website set up, which is juneteenthmusicentertainment.org. They can go right to the website and order their T-shirts and hats. These proceeds actually help us stay inside the recording studios and all of the different things that needs to be, taken care of. We also, what's important to me too, Ja'Cory Depwell Hall was one of the young upcoming artists and songwriters that I met that really didn't know anything about song or music, but he had the passion for it. Right. So what I do as the founder of Juneteenth, not all, but most of the time, I do collaborate with new upcoming songwriters and kind of guide them in the way to understand how to structure the songs. I also helped Ja'Cory go into the recording studio for the first time, and he recorded the Harriet Tubman project. So you can actually go out on the YouTube and for Ja'Cory Depwell Hall and check out the Harriet Tubman project. He did a wonderful job. So that's what Juneteenth is all about. We're wanting, and our passion is to go into the community and talk and to collaborate with artists and musicians who want to know more about the music industry, who want to collaborate with us, and who wants to make a difference in our community. That's what we're all about.
Oh, beautiful. And tell us, where have your travels with this passion taken you? I mean, because it seems like you're on the planes constantly, you're constantly traveling. Where has this passion taken you?
Well, I tell you this for sure. Juneteenth Music Entertainment, what we want to do, we know that the music is just so beautiful in the United States of America. But as you know, our culture and our music is worldwide. So we have to learn how to open our minds and open our hearts and think on that level. Juneteenth is looking to go to Africa 2025 to do the Juneteenth Music Entertainment song. So collaborating with that will be Ghana, where we'll be collaborating with the different Afro beats and different artists there. We're in the talks right now. So we're finding it is so important for us to be able to go outwards, and not only tell the story, because our music are in Brazil, our music is in Jamaica, our music is in the islands, we're all over the world. Right. So when we begin to make that connection, then that's when you begin to see the difference.
As you grow this is really a movement. It's not just it's a passion movement, educational movement, musical movement. As you look down the road, what are your goals for the future in building this tremendous momentum you have?
My vision is very clear, is to be the pioneer and to be able to go outwards and teach, because it's through the teaching is what makes things different in people's lives. Going over to Ghana, collaborating with Ghana, not only with the Afrobeat, but tapping that music into the blues and to the jazz and to the country. We're talking about the blending of the music and bringing all those sounds, all of the history and the legacy together so that we'll be able to teach the history, because our history is not only in the United States of America, our history is worldwide. And the music that we create in the United States of America belongs to all of us. It is the American story.
Absolutely.
That's where my vision is from now to the future is to continue to teach and continue to write music that will impact people's lives by using positive words, because there's a lot of power in words.
Absolutely.
So when you're using positive words with positive stories, then that's what changes people's lives.
How can people support you and, send donations, send, any kind of support in terms of, helping you along this passion road? How can people support you?
I believe in the support of Juneteenth Music Entertainment. We need the support from volunteers, board members, directors. We're always looking for new people to come to the team, but we're looking for visionaries, people that have visions, not someone who just wants to stand still. I think women hold a lot of power, and we don't have powerful positions in the music industry. You don't see women as engineers or producers. Of course, they're there because I'm one. Right. But when 90% of the recording studios I go into, you don't see women, you see. So our whole thing is not only support, but come and be a part of the experience. And being the part of the experience is understanding the 3 T's: talent, treasure, time. Bring something to the table, because when you do that, you then walk away with the richness of your heart, because you're bringing something and we're giving something. So it's a win-win situation.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And again, I know you're very busy, but I want to make sure people get all the information on how to support you, contact you, follow you on social media.
Yes. Juneteenth Music Entertainment is on the YouTube channel. You can also reach me at juneteenthmusicentertainment.org. We're on Instagram, TikTok, you name it, all the social media. If you'd like to make direct contact with me for more information, or you have business information you want to share with me, it's always best to reach me by email. That's juneteenthmusicent@gmail.com.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And I want to let you know before we go that Kathy said hello. She had to take care of some last minute business that she couldn't get out of. So she definitely sends her love to you as well.
Well, you tell Kathy I send my love, and I have nothing but respect for both of you. And I'm looking to collaborate with you guys more in different projects and venues that we can do. But I have a very strong message for the people. It is time for us to unify ourselves. Americans, we must unify ourselves. And I'm talking all Americans. We're all Americans. We all should respect and love each other as Americans. It's a great country. But important to understand that. The most important to understand is that our children are watching us. And what is the leadership that we're putting ourselves in? We must understand to be great leaders, from women to men, to make a difference in our community. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. And you have a great day as well.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.